Hello there, good people. How you doing? It's your humble Supreme Lord Commander here. It is Saturday, March the 19th. Hey, we're into spring! Finally. I hope you are enjoying your weekend and enjoying the beginning of spring. It is long overdue here in the Great White North. Now, I have come here today to share something wonderful. My favorite television series ever made. I think, without a doubt, the greatest television series of all time. And that's quite a claim, I guess you could say. Why would I say that? I certainly haven't watched. I would probably haven't watched 97% of television shows out there, but I imagine 97% or 99% of television shows out there are pretty awful. But The Wire is unfucking believable. It is such a classic, amazing series, and I envy you if you're about to embark on watching this for the first time, because you are in for one hell of a ride. An unbelievable, amazing experience, and it's such a great experience. I watched it as it aired live, and I watched it again a few years ago, and I'm going to go through and watch the entire series again and do a podcast on each season to cover the themes. There are 5 seasons to The Wire, and each one is uniquely different. In fact, each one has its own theme song. Now, all the theme songs are the same. They are, of course, the great, one of my favorite musicians and singer-songwriters ever, Tom Waits, and his classic song, Deep Down in the Hole. Got to keep the devil deep down in the hole. They have 5 different seasons, and each one, that is the theme song, but each one is done in a radically different style. Where you have one that they have the original one, I think that's in season 2. They have one that's very strong hip hop. They have another one that's very strong, sort of bluesy. And they really do set the tone for the seasons. And what makes The Wire so awesome, and what makes it so, I guess you could say, unique, is that it really is American urban life, unvarnished. If you lift up the veneer or the rug to look at what American urban lifestyle is really like, well, you will see The Wire. Now, The Wire covers everything. A lot of people would label it as, say, a cop show, right? But it's not really. It's much deeper than that. The Wire focuses on crime a lot, of course, because in big cities, crime is a major thing. So you can start with, say, junkies, who feature prominently within The Wire. The local drug dealers, the corner sort of drug dealers who are dealing them the drugs. The gang leaders who are running the gangs that are funneling all these drugs and profiting from their their lifestyles. The cops, of course, who are a big part of the whole show. And you have the ordinary sort of foot soldier type cop, and then you have the upper echelon, the hierarchy, the whole hierarchy system. You have your police sergeants, and then your commissioners and stuff like that. So, and then you have your politicians. There's even one season that focuses heavily on the mayor race. Mayoral. Did I say that right? Okay. The race for mayor in the city, of course, which in the case of The Wire is the city of Baltimore. You have the whole school system. I believe that's in the 4th season, where the teens in the school system, and how the school system is so rigid, and it's a one shape fits all sort of thing, and the struggles that the teachers have trying to have meaning and impact on students, and then of course the students themselves, who have their own personal issues to deal with, a lot of them coming from these ghetto areas of Baltimore, and living a lifestyle of crime, essentially. And then, to top it all off, the final season of The Wire culminates with the media, and how, well, I think we all know that BS sells, bullshit sells. And wouldn't you know it, hoaxing plays a big theme in the final season. Now, that's without giving anything away, but basically you have a full spectrum of urban lifestyle within the show of The Wire, and the way that the story unfolds, it's very it's untraditional. Stories will evolve a little bit at a time, and sometimes the focus will be on certain characters and their story arc, and then it might leave those characters and go on to other characters and develop their story arc. But by the end, you have just an unbelievable experience and a real understanding of the, I don't know, all the difficulties of being in urban America, being in a major city, being involved in crime, being born in a poor sort of ghetto. Your surroundings often. So like one of the things, I mean, if you're, say you're a white sort of aristocratic person, you grew up in a upper class family, chances are you're going to be a lawyer or a doctor or a businessman or something, right, and be successful. But if you're a poor black person and you grew up in a single family home in a ghetto, well, chances are you're going to end up being a drug dealer. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. And that is a major theme within The Wire, how difficult it is for people to break out of their surroundings, essentially. And so, with that all being said, I really hope that you go and watch this show. Now, I'm going to show some clips here, and nothing's going to give away anything. The clips that I've lined up are all, they're not going to give anything away, but they're going to give you a real feeling of how powerful and funny this show is, because it is very funny at the same time. So let's start off here with a scene from the first season, how to play chess here with some very low-ranking drug dealers. These are basically corner guys that have their little spot that they're dealing from and have to deal with all the pitfalls of doing that.
Yo, what's up with Shop?
No re-up.
Why not?
Cuz we got a red cat. Stick say we have a new package tomorrow.
New package?
Yeah. Yeah, man, this we got stepped on shit we got out here, get these fiends agitated.
But look at them. They still buying it, though.
Yeah, they buying twice as much and only getting half as high.
Yo, what was that? Castle can't move like that. Yo, Castle move up and down or sideways like.
Nah, we ain't playing that.
Man, look at the boy playing checkers.
Checkers?
Yeah, checkers.
Yo, why y'all playing checkers on the chess set?
Yo, why you give a shit? Man, we ain't got no checkers.
Yeah, but yo, chess is a better game, yo.
So?
Nah, hold up. Y'all don't know how to play chess, do you?
So?
So nothing, man. Look, I'll teach y'all if y'all want to learn.
Come on, man. Nah, come on. Right in the middle of the game,
calm
yo.
down,
Chill out. I want to see
look,
this.
Y'all can't be playing no checkers on no chessboard, yo.
All right, man.
Now look, check it. It's simple. See this? This the kingpin, all right? And he the man. You get the other dude's king, you got the game. And he trying to get your king too, so you got protected. Now the king, he move one space any direction he damn choose, cause he's the king. Like this, all right? But he ain't got no hustle. But the rest of these motherfuckers on the team, they got his back. And they run so deep, he really ain't gotta do shit.
I like your uncle.
Yeah, like my uncle. And you see this? It's the queen. She smart, she fierce. She move any way she want, as far as she want. And she is the go get shit done piece.
Remind me of Stringer.
And this over here is the castle. It's like the stash. You move like this and like this.
Dog, stash don't move, man.
Come on, yo, think. How many times we moved the stash house this week? Right? And every time we move the stash, we gotta move a little muscle with it, right? To protect it.
True, we right. All right, what about them little bald-headed bitches right there?
All right, these right here, these are the pawns. They like the soldiers. They move like this, one space forward only, except when they fight. And it's like this. And they like the front lines. They be out in the field.
So how do you get to be the king?
It ain't like that. See, the king, stay the king, all right? Everything stay who he is, except for the pawns. Now, for pawn, Made it all the way down to the other dude's side, you get to be queen. And like I said, the queen ain't no bitch. She got all the moves.
All right, so if I make it to the other end, I win.
If you catch the other dude's king and trap it, then you win.
All right, but if I make it to the end, I'm top dog.
Nah, yo, it ain't like that. Look, the pawns, man, in the game, they get capped quick. They be out the game early.
Unless they some smart-ass pawns.
Yeah. Oh, wow. And you know, what's so incredible about this show? Now, the symbolism, the metaphors that are being used in this. Now, this character here happens to be related to he's the nephew of one of the major dealers, one of the big players. So that's why he's got the nice coat, and he's basically the boss here. And he's teaching his foot soldiers about the game of chess, which of course is a perfect metaphor for their own sort of predicament, that these people are pawns, and that you got the one character here, Bodie, who is like so desperately trying to see a way out of his fate. And it's a major theme, and this is one of the major characters. In fact, all the characters in this have significant roles. Everyone is fleshed out. There is nobody that is not interesting. You know, these characters are absolutely fascinating. And this scene here is very deeply symbolic and has great meaning throughout the rest of the show. But what I wanted to say is that this isn't just one great scene. Every episode, every scene is like this. This show has so much going on that it's just epic. It's absolutely epic. It matches any of the great literary works, fictional works of the English language, essentially. This is on par with anything, you know, Chaucer or Shakespeare or Dickens or anything. It is as good as any of that, if not better. And I really mean that. So a very deeply symbolic scene here in the beginning that sets the tone for what it's like to be born in one of these ghettos, these projects as they call them, and to, you know, like a kid like this who has no family. His family's dead, and he takes care of a bunch of kids and sends them off to school in the morning. There's a scene here, and this kid's probably about 14 years old, 13, 14, where he's, you know, a lot of these kids have no parents because their parents have been killed by the drug wars, or they're junkies and they've overdosed, or they're just useless and they've abandoned their kids. And this kid, there's a scene where he's sending off all the kids that he's taking care of off in the morning to school, and he's giving them each a can of pop and a bag of chips for breakfast. Wow, this show is so epic. Now, just a short scene here with one of the kind of the Robin Hood character of the series. The actor here, I think it's Michael K. Smith, really steals almost every scene that he is in. His character Omar is one of the most complex characters in the show, who also happens to be gay, this character. But he is pretty much the Robin Hood type character of the show, a gangster ghetto who actually robs other gangsters for his own sort of amusement and for his own money and stuff and power. So here he is in court. He decided to show up in court to testify against somebody else, and he's confronting a Jewish lawyer. It is quite a classic scene. I've only taken a short part of it, but the whole thing is worth watching. But we'll just play this part here.
You are amoral, are you not? You are feeding off the violence and the despair of the drug trade. You're stealing from those who themselves are stealing the lifeblood from our city. You are a parasite who leeches off
Just like you,
the culture of drugs. Excuse me? What?
I got the shotgun. You got the briefcase. It's all in the game, though, right?
It's all in the game. His most famous quote here. Just unbelievably powerful scene. And it really is. These two here are very much the same. I mean, in many ways. You've got the lawyer who is a, crooked lawyer who's representing all these thieving politicians, blood-sucking leeches and liars, right? And he is a morally corrupt person. And then you've got the gangster who grew up, who had no chance at really having this type of a lifestyle, who is very much a product of his surroundings, and who is morally unethical here. It's an excellent sort of, comparison between the two here. It really is fascinating. Okay, so let's move on here. Now, just to give you a little bit of the cop drama, this is a very classic scene here where you have I don't know if he's the deputy commissioner. He's very high up. He's in charge of one of the police. I mean, he's either a captain or higher. And he's dealing with one of the main characters in the cops, which is an Irish alcoholic, a cop named McNulty, who's also a very complex character, who's expertly acted out by Dominic. I can't remember his last name, but he's a pretty well-known actor. But this gives you a little taste of what it's like for the cops dealing with this, because McNulty is a genius-type cop. He is a very brilliant cop, but he's also very flawed in the fact that he's an alcoholic, and he's, his personal life is an absolute mess, and that he'll do things, immoral things, to achieve results, essentially, to increase his own sort of prestige as being a cop, a successful cop. So let's listen into the conversation between him and his superior.
Put your ass in the chair. You see these, McNulty? You see them? These are for you. These are for you for as long as it takes me to get even.
Major, what is...
No, don't major me, you backstabbing smart-ass piece of shit. What the fuck you doing over at the courthouse anyway? Why the fuck are you talking to some shitbag judge? These are for you, McNulty. This one over here is going up your narrow fucking Irish ass. And this bad boy over here is in your fucking eye. I'm upstairs answering questions about some project nigger I never even heard of who's supposed to have beat my unit out of 10 murders.
3. There only be 3 in court.
I got the deputy asking about 10.
Well, no, they did 10. We only charged them with 3.
You're full of shit.
Well, sir, you can check the files. Maurice Scroggins, Taurine Boyd, Roland Leggett. What's the name? The girl they found in the stairwell in Saratoga, Colette something or other. I mean, Major, these guys are real. They beat me up on the Gerard Bogue case, just like they did Barlow.
Scroggins? I don't have an H file on Scroggins.
He was last year, summer. 2 in the back of the head, low-rise courtyard.
Let me understand something. You were having the deputy bust my balls over a prior year case? Is this what I need from you, you insubordinate little fuck?
Major, look, I'm really sorry.
Major.
Phelan, he and I, we go back a little, He wanted to know what I know about the crew in his court. I didn't mean to cross you
I had to
up.
go upstairs knowing nothing and explain to the deputy why he's getting calls about murders that don't mean a shit to anybody.
Look, sir, this judge, he fucks me up. He asked me a question, I answer it. I didn't know he was going to call anybody.
You have my attention, detective. My complete, undivided attention.
Yes, sir.
Where are you going?
I'm 8 to 4.
No. You're typing.
Sir?
Deputy wants a report on his desk at 0800.
A report?
Clean, no typos. Make it look right, then put my name on it.
Do you want to reference all the murders, or should I soft pedal that?
Fucking horses out the barn door, right? Let's try not to make me look stupid twice. And when you list the cases, put a little dot next to each one. Deputy likes dots.
I'm sorry, Major, really.
Oh, now let's just check this one out here.
Major, sir?
Yeah.
I've been thinking. It's a clear violation of the general orders, I know, but...
I've been thinking. It's a clear violation of the general orders, right? Don't think, just do.
Last night, I'm at home. I'm sitting up buck naked. And I got one hand wrapped around a cold domestic beer. And the other wrapped around my magnificent flaccid 4 1/2-inch wonder. And I am trying with all my might to remember what Layla Kaufman's nipples looked like when her bathing top slipped off at the Hillendale pool swim party.
Layla Kaufman.
Yes, sir. It's summer of '72. I got this saucy wench in my gun sights, so to speak. And I am dangerously close to engorged when all of a fucking sudden, out of fucking nowhere, fucking Detective fucking Jimmy McNulty pops into my head.
McNulty.
Obviously, I gotta open my eyes and admit to myself that my whole night is ruined. At which point, I got nothing to do but think about the problems of Jimmy McNulty. Because clearly, this guy and his fucking problems are standing between me and all worldly pleasure.
Clearly.
First of all, it's not Jimmy's fault.
No?
No. Jimmy is an addict, sir.
What's he addicted to?
Himself. No, it's not funny, sir. As a matter of fact, it's a fucking tragedy is what it is. The guy, he has come to believe that he is always the smartest fuck in the room. And you know what? It's not his fault. Because, let's face it, he's not going to Johns Hopkins or joining Mensa. He's taking a fucking job with the Balmer Police Department. His first 2 years in homicide, he's in Omansky's squad, partnered with Tony Lammartino. Christ. It must have been months even. He was the smartest fuck in the fucking room.
What's your point, Jay?
My point is, he can't help it. It makes him an asshole. I know, but it's also what makes him good police. Last year, he gives me 8 clearances. One of them was a decomp floater who was John Doe for 3 weeks.
Tell your boy to wrap up that bullshit detail in 2 weeks. He does that, he comes home. Clean slate.
A great scene here. Just showing the chemistry and the acting chops and the subtle little how clever this I think he's a police sergeant, this guy. He's the boss of McNulty. And just how he understands how to use McNulty, essentially. So let's move on here, and I'm going to show you a very amusing scene. This is the opening scene from Season 5. It won't give anything away. Just another one focusing on the cops, the sense of humor that they have, and the way that they're able to get people to give up stuff, essentially, using these very sort of clever, hilarious methods. So let's watch as Bunk, one of the most hilarious characters in the whole Wire series, and the actor's fantastic here, and how he is questioning one of these, shaking down one of these drug dealers, one of these small fry sort of corner guys.
You know,
I'm here to tell you, this remaining silent shit ain't nothing like they make it out to be. You up in here all tight with it, waiting for your pay lawyer, thinking you all wise, ain't you? No, see? That work when you some kind of criminal mastermind. When you ain't been seen running from the deed. When your own fucking running partner ain't in the next room, putting you in. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's telling it like a little bitch. We even went to Mickey D's.
And just to put that in perspective, and I'm gonna do a not Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, because it's all about game theory, but this is a small little take on game theory where they've got two guys that they captured together, put them in separate rooms, and they're telling one of them that your buddy just squealed on you and gave up the whole details to their operation, to what they've done. And this is just very, very funny. Okay, I'll put it back a little bit.
He's telling it like a little bitch. We even went to Mickey D's for him because he was so motherfucking helpful. 2 quarter pounders, big fries, McDonald land cookies, Dr. Pepper. That's how your boy rolled, right?
All right, step out.
Where we going?
Break room. So you can enjoy that, huh?
All right. I still ain't saying shit to y'all.
Yeah.
Marnell, what the fuck?
How many years you figure we've been doing this same shit?
20 at least.
Yeah. True. True. False. Load him up.
So this shit actually works, huh?
Hell yeah. Americans are stupid people by and large. We pretty much believe whatever we're told.
So it can feel my heartbeat?
Pulse, yeah.
If Marnell said I had the gun, he lying.
The machine tells the tale, son.
We ready, Professor?
Yeah.
We'll start with an easy one. Is your name, in fact, Deshaun Fredericks?
Yeah.
True.
And do you reside, in fact, the 1200 block of Woodyer Street in West Baltimore?
Yeah.
True.
And did you and Monell shoot your boy Pookie down on Carey Street just like Monell said you did?
No.
Lie. Lying motherfucker.
Machine is never wrong, son.
Fuck, man. Nigga can't never keep his damn mouth shut. I should've busted the cap and Pookie ass my own self. Left Marnell home and shit. He's just a bitch is all.
And that just gives you an idea of the humor that is injected constantly into this show. They actually hook this guy up to a printer, and he thinks, of course, he's getting a lie detector test. But, one of the things that the show illustrates so clearly is how many of these street gangsters have no access to a lot of the things that we take for granted. That they're just surrounded by poverty, and they're living, meal to meal, day by day, dollar to dollar sort of thing. So, let's move on now. This is such a hilarious scene in so many ways. I could show a lot dealing with the gangsters. In many ways, the gangster elements and the gangster characters are by far like the most interesting and fleshed out characters in the show. Although I would say everybody's equally fleshed out. The cops are hilarious and, also tragic in many ways. But here is a scene with one of the leaders of the one of the what I think is called the West Side Gang here in Baltimore. He's basically number 2 in command, and he has been taking business administration courses and is going to try to relay some of what he's learned in his business administration courses to his street gangster group, the people that work under him. So sit back and relax and have a laugh.
With these towers down, we need to take the rest of them low rises and all them Fayette Street corners.
Take them? Take them how, Mr. Bodie?
You say fucking and take them.
Nigga, you ain't got the floor. She ain't recognize your ass. Take them how?
I don't know. Just let them Fayette niggas know, we serious, right? Get it, get got. What?
Yeah, like you did on McNulty Street last year. Snatch the real estate, load up, and just wait for some shit to happen, right? Nah, man, we done worrying about territory, man. What corner we got, what project. Game ain't about that no more. It's about product. Yeah. We got the best goddamn product, so we gonna sell no matter where we are, right? Product, motherfuckers. Product. Chair recognized Slim Charles.
Chair. Our people got to stand somewhere, don't it? I mean, all the product in the world don't mean nothing if you constantly getting your ass whooped for standing on another fool's corner, man.
All right. We had 6 of the towers on the terrace, right? All running 24/7, but 3 of those we had to get the Prop Joe's people to upgrade the package that we was putting out there, right? Now, how much you think we lost in the deal? All right, the answer is we made more. Half the real estate, twice the product. And our profit went up like 8-9%. Yo, get it straight. Your territory ain't gonna mean shit if your product is weak. Go ahead and ask them motherfuckers trying to sell them Ford Tempos when you got niggas riding around in Japanese and German cars in America all day. Territory ain't shit. Especially when you consider it's the fight for the territory that be bringing the bodies and the bodies that bring the police.
Yeah, but how we gonna stand?
Yo, she ain't recognize your ass, man.
How we gonna stand on some...
Come on, man.
How we gonna stand on some corner that's not ours?
Well, we got the best product, right? So the chances are we gonna be able to bring in the competition by offering the re-up with us from our package. Feel me? Everybody making money, sharing the real estate. Slim Charles.
But what if they don't cop out re-up, though?
Well, I'm gonna worry about that when it happens. Until then, Mr. Charles, we gonna handle this shit like businessmen. Sell the shit, make the profit, and later for that gangster bullshit. Yeah.
Do the chair know we gonna look like some punk-ass bitches out there?
What the fuck? Punk-ass
Yo,
shit.
Drink.
What?
Who did have the floor,
Shut
man?
the fuck up, man. This nigga too ignorant to have the fucking floor. Y'all niggas need to start looking at the world in a new fucking light. Start thinking about this shit like some grown fucking men. Not some niggas off the fucking corner, you heard me?
All right. One other amazing, hilarious scene here. And of course, if you're watching the whole series, you would even be finding it more funny because you would know all these characters. But just everything in the show is so well fleshed out. This character here, the second in charge, his name is Stringer Bell. And he is trying to extract himself from the game to become a legitimate businessman. So he has been involved in taking a bunch of business administration courses in college and trying to secure or trying to make these deals in real estate. And at all the while thinking that his background in being a gangster and all that was going to help him. But really he gets played by the construction game, by the white collar criminals sort of thing. He gets played so badly that he actually tries to get his hitman, the number 3 guy in the whole group, to go and take out a senator. Let's skip to that scene now.
You know who I am, boy?
Man, say he want to see Avon.
Making me wait, see my own partner.
He knew, Strange.
Fuck that. A lot of new faces around here, man.
Way too many, you ask me? The fuck out of here. Where you going at?
He'll be along shortly.
That's good, because I came to see you anyway.
What you need?
I need you to hit somebody.
Who we hitting?
Clay Davis.
The Clay Davis? Downtown Clay Davis?
That's supposed to mean something to me, man. That nigga need to be got.
Shit, string murder ain't no thing. But this here's some assassination
nigga,
shit.
I tell you getting somebody, you getting them. I ain't asking.
Damn, String, I don't know.
Nigga, I gotta remind her who the fuck you work for.
Hey, I think Slim gonna have to sit this one out, boss. So you finna go hit a state senator now, huh? Yo, you kill a downtown nigga like that, the whole world gonna stand up and take notice. I'm talking about the state police, federals, all of that. You need a dead jackal type motherfucker basically to do some shit like that, not a rumble tumble nigga like Slim.
That nigga took our money, man.
I seen it coming.
Well, he gotta go.
Nah, you a fucking businessman. You wanna handle it like that. You don't wanna get all gangsta wild with it and shit, right? What I tell you about playing them fucking away games? Yeah. They saw your ghetto ass coming from miles away, nigga. You got a fucking beef with them? That shit is on you.
Wow. Just a tremendously awesome scene in here. And wow, I mean, there's just little things that they do in this show that are so, when you see him walk in and he pours himself a glass of cognac, it's like Hennessy, right? Cognac here, but he's pouring it into a plastic cup. Let's see if we can see that.
He'll be along shortly.
That's good, because I came to see you anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's very symbolic of him. He's dressed up in a suit, and he is one of the, I mean, he's number 2, basically, in this massive sort of West Side gang, running half the city's drug trade, essentially. But they're in a warfare now at this point in time. But he is trying to go into white collar sort of business and become, you know, like a business dude. He is basically, and that's why it's so symbolic, you know, he can't change who he is. A tiger can't change his stripes. And that's what the leader here, this guy here, is saying to him, essentially, that, you know, they saw your ghetto ass coming from a mile away. Right? And just wow. I mean, the interaction between these characters, the dialogue, the script. I mean, the acting it's just unbelievable. It's fantastic. Everybody in this show is amazing. All right, now I'm going to show you one of my favorite scenes in all of The Wire. One of the characters. Now, they've taken a lot of these characters. Most of these people that are in the show are actually from Baltimore, which adds to the realism of the whole show. This particular person here, Felicia Pearson, and her character is Snoop, but she's actually a real-time gangster. She was a gangster before, and here she is shopping for a nail gun. And the reason why she's shopping for a nail gun is because she is working for a rival gang, the Marlowe which is called Marlowe Stanfield's gang, right? Which are trying to take over the West Side from the other 2 guys that we just saw before. And what they're doing is they're killing off all their competition and quickly disposing the bodies in closed up buildings, abandoned buildings. So they need a nail gun because they're dumping dozens of bodies a week, sort of thing. And so she goes into a very white, suburban hardware store here and has a hilarious interaction with one of the salesmen.
I see you got the DeWalt cordless. Your nail gun, DeWalt 410. Yeah, the trouble is, we leave it in the truck for a while. Need to step up and use the bitch. The battery don't hold up, you know?
Cordless will do that. You might want to consider the powder-actuated tool. The Hilti DX460MX or the Simpson PTP. These two are my Cadillacs. Everything else on this board is second best, sorry to say. Are you contracting or just doing some work around the house?
No, we work all over.
Full time?
No, we had about 5 jobs last month.
At that rate, the cost of the powder-actuated guns justifies itself.
You say power?
Powder.
Like gunpowder.
Yeah. The DX460 is fully automatic with a 27 caliber charge. Wood, concrete, steel to steel. She'll throw a fastener into anything. And for my money, she handles recoil better than the Simpson or the P3500. Now, you understand what I mean by recoil?
Yeah, the kickback. I wish.
That's right.
27 caliber, huh?
Yeah, not large ballistically, but for driving nails, it's enough. Any more than that, you'd add to the recoil.
Man, shit. I seen a tiny-ass 22 round nose drop a nigga plenty of days, man. Motherfuckers get up, man, you like a pinball. Rip your ass up. Big joints, though, big joints, man. Just break a bone, you just say, fuck it. I'm gonna go with this right here, man. How much I owe you?
$669 plus tax. No, you just pay at the register.
No, man, you go ahead and handle that for me, man. And keep the rest for your time.
This is $800.
So what, man? You earned that bump like a motherfucker, man. Keep that shit.
You good?
Yeah, man. Man said if you want to shoot nails, this is the Cadillac, man. He made Lexus, but he ain't know it.
Hold the charge better?
Man, fuck a charge. This is gunpowder activated, 27 caliber, full auto, no kickback, nail throwing mayhem, man. Shit right here is tight. Well, fuck this nail nut boys. We can kill a couple motherfuckers with this right here. You laughing? I'm in school, dog. Try to tell you. For real.
You heard that buck like a motherfucker. Yes. Oh, just gold. It's just gold. This show is so well done. It's so subtle in so many of the ways. I just find this interaction is just so hilarious between a street gangster and just a hardware shop white guy. All right, so let's move on to the final clip I'm going to show here dealing with The Wire 2. And I could show hundreds of clips. They're all equally amazing. What you've seen here today is just a few that I dug up quickly, but this show is just full of gold. I mean, it's fantastic. So I believe this is in the final season, if I'm not mistaken, and it is a very telling scene where you have Detective McNulty, the alcoholic Irish cop there, the narcissistic sort of alcoholic super cop, with one of the gangsters that you saw in the opening scene, the character named Bodie, and they just happen to get together and he drives him out to have a conversation and this guy has never left basically the 4 square blocks of the projects where he's worked, and he is seeing a beautiful outdoor park in a white neighborhood for the first time. Very excellent.
We still in the city?
Silburn Arboretum. Pimlico's right up the hill.
She's nice. I ain't no snitch.
Didn't say you were.
Been doing this a long time. I ain't never said nothing to no cop. I feel old. I've been out there since I was 13. I ain't never fucked up a count, never stole off a package, never did some shit that I wasn't told to do. I've been straight up. But what come back? You think if I get jammed up on some shit, they'd be like, all right, yeah, Bodie been there. Bodie hang tough. We got his pay lawyer. We got a bail. They want me to stand with him, right? Where the fuck they at when they supposed to be standing by us? I mean, when shit goes bad and it's hell to pay, where they at? This game is rigged, man. We like them little bitches on the chessboard.
Pawns.
Yo, I'm not snitching on none of my boys. Not my corner, and not no Barksdale people, or what's left of them. But Marlo, this nigga and his kind, man, they gotta fall. They gotta.
Well, for that to happen, somebody's got to step up.
I do what I gotta. I don't give a fuck. Just don't ask me to live on my fucking knees, you know?
You're a soldier, Bodie.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, I found that scene to be very powerful, and, you know, in the context of the characters involved, and of course the chess theme that I showed you in the first clip is kind of come to its conclusion here as the character Bodie realizes that he is just a soldier and that he has no chance of becoming a queen. And that is my first look here at The Wire, recommending this show as what I would describe as the greatest television show ever made. And I really hope that you can find the time to watch this. I think you will agree with me, or you will definitely, at the very least, be very entertained and educated at the same time. And the best shows do that. The best shows have so much more going to them than just run-of-the-mill sort of character plots. And that's the thing about The Wire, where you had the 80s, 90s, where you had that, the formula sort of cop show where, there would be an antagonist, a protagonist, antagonist, and shit would happen, and there'd be a climax, and then their epilogue sort of thing. It's nothing like that with this show. The show takes its time to unfold, and a lot of what you might hope to happen doesn't happen. There are characters that somehow overcome the odds, and so there are good stories that come out of it, and then there are other characters who don't, and characters that you may have grown sympathetic towards, and that's life. That's what it is, essentially. The Wire holds no punches. It is a true look at urban America, with the veneer lifted off, with the rug pulled back, and all the warts. It is quite something, and without a doubt, in my mind, it is the greatest television show I have ever seen. So, I hope that you can find the time to watch this. I intend to do here on Supreme Lord Commander a review of each season, where I will go through each season of The Wire and break it down, the main themes, the best scenes, the most important character arcs, and I think it'll be a lot of fun to do this, and I've been wanting to watch The Wire again for the third time. So thank you so much for listening. Please make sure you're subbed to the channel and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and let me know what your favorite scenes and characters are from the show The Wire, or if you are interested in watching it, any more information that you would like to know, I'd be happy to provide. Have a wonderful weekend.